Going to the groomer is great, but for a lot of dog owners, including myself, grooming at home is a necessity between professional grooming sessions, or it can even be a replacement for the groomers entirely. Let's go over an easy grooming routine that everyone could do for basic maintenance right at home. And by the way, have some treats ready to make this a positive experience for your dog.
Mochi's tails.
First of all, put your dog into a position where they can't escape if they're a runner. You can secure your dog via leash or something if your dog is a flight risk. As you can see here, Mochi's on the balcony because here he's always still. The first thing I like to start with is brushing. Depending on your dog's breed and coat, the brush differs, so check out online what kind of brush is right for you. Here I'm using an undercoat brush because Mochi is double coated, and especially right now with shedding season, this brush works perfectly to help that out. Brush your dog in rather short strokes at first because the direction of their fur doesn't go perfectly straight from head to tail, and if they have some tangles, it hurts if you go in long strokes right from the get-go. When brushing your dog, make sure you're not just brushing the uppermost fur but also down to their skin. Obviously don't hurt them, but don't keep it too light either, especially if your dog has a lot of fur, and that brings us to the topic of matting. If your dog doesn't get brushed often, there's a good chance he has some matting in his fur. Check for matting prone areas like behind the ears, under the legs, or even on their tail. If your dog has some bad matting that can't easily be brushed out, definitely head to the groomer unless you have experience in cutting it out. While you're checking for mats, also check for ticks or stuff like foxtails. Also check out the inside of your dog's ears once in a while to make sure there's no infections, especially if your dog has big floppy ears because they're prone to that. Once the brushing is done, you can bathe your dog in this step. I don't bathe Mochi often because that strips your dog of his natural oils, so I wait to bathe him until he gets extra dirty like when it rains or he goes swimming. If you do want to bathe your dog, use a gentle dog shampoo. Next, brush the teeth. If you've never brushed your dog's teeth before, start by putting some dog toothpaste on your finger, swipe it on 1 or 2 teeth, and that's it for the first session. Then slowly progress each session to using the toothbrush and eventually brushing the teeth. As you can see here, you really don't need to brush hard or anything, but you do want to make sure you get all the teeth even in the back. People say you don't need to brush your dog's teeth, but that's absolutely not true. You should be brushing your dog's teeth at least a few times a week. Finally, trim your dog's nails and check that your dog's paw pads aren't injured or super dry and cracked. If they are, there are paw pad balms to apply. I trim all of Mochi's nails per session since he's really good about it and doesn't really mind, but you can do as many nails as you and your dog want at a time. If you want a tutorial on how I got Mochi to not care about getting his nails trimmed, check out the video linked here on the screen on how to properly use a Dremel on your dog's nails even when they hate it.